Hey kids, so yesterday you learned how to compare and contrast using a double bubble map. Today we are going to take that one step further and we're going to respond to literature by comparing and contrasting two different characters. And the characters we're going to compare and contrast came right out of the book that we read earlier, Miss Nelson is Missing. While we read that as a class, everyone made two circle maps, one for Miss Nelson and one for Miss Viola Swamp. Some of the words you may have put down for Miss Nelson would have included beautiful, nice, and loves kids. Some words you might have used for Miss Viola Swamp could be mean, ugly, and hates kids. We're now going to use the information that you put on those circle maps to compare and contrast by constructing a double bubble map for Miss Nelson and for Miss Swamp. The information that we put on this map can come straight off of your circle maps. This is how we organize our thinking using thinking maps. Let's start by comparing. Both Miss Nelson and Miss Swamp are teachers, so that is connected to both of them. They are both also women, so that is connected to both of them. Now let's contrast. Let's find some information that's different for Miss Nelson and Miss Swamp. Miss Nelson is nice. Miss Nelson is beautiful. Miss Nelson loves kids. Again, if you did your circle map, this information is coming right off of there. Now, Miss Swamp, some characteristics about her that are different from Miss Nelson that we can contrast are that she's mean, she's ugly, and she hates kids. Now, by using these thinking maps and constructing a double bubble map, we have organized our thoughts and we have looked at this story really deeply and taken two different characters and thought about them, not only about what's different, but also what's the same. We're doing really challenging work that's also a lot of fun. Now it's going to be your turn. As always, read a book. And as always, make sure that that book is at your level. You are then going to construct a double bubble map of two different characters from that book so that you can compare and contrast them. Now, I can already hear an excuse coming. Excuse alert. If you come up to me with a pouty face and you say, Mr. Harrell, my book doesn't have two characters, I'm going to look you right in the eye and I'm going to say, read a different book. This is a comparing and contrasting exercise, so you need two different things to compare and contrast. Deal with it. Then tomorrow, be ready to tell a partner about your book and explain to that partner what is the same, what you can compare, and what is different, what you can contrast. Compare and contrast. Have your double bubble map ready tomorrow.